Welcome back, folks. I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure, and welcome back to episode 3 in the series where we're following my training through to TDS at UTMB later in the year. You might be able to see in the background the Endure 24-hour banner. So we've travelled up from Cornwall to Reading and I'm going to be running in the 24-hour solo event. Now, I know 24 hours is a massive step up when you think of the couple of 10Ks that I've raced lately, but I thought it'd be a brilliant test for sort of body and mind when you think about the goal race of the year at TDS in August. So we're going to try and keep moving for 24 hours. There's going to be a bit of running, a bit of walking, no sleep, and definitely no racing. Don't worry, I brought the cameras along so you can sort of follow my demise through that 24-hour period, and I'm sure it'll be great fun for you guys to watch. So wish me luck. That's a bit better. So we got a few things sorted out and I've got a very tasty coffee as well. But it is actually Friday, the evening before the actual event. So it starts tomorrow at midday. We've just been down to the event village to have a look around. Can't believe the scale of this event. So well organised, so many things going on in the event village. People everywhere, camper vans, runners. It's definitely going to be busy out on the loop tomorrow. Speaking of the loop, it is an 8-kilometre route and I've heard that there is a few sharp hills out there waiting for us. So not a problem for me, perfect opportunity to slow down and have a nice walk. And it's a big mix of terrain, so it should be a real interesting, varied loop to run. We've got registered, so we're all ready to go come start time. And I don't know whether you can hear, hopefully you can't because we don't want to get copyrighted, but the DJ has just fired up, the fire pit is lit, and we're really tempted to go and dance the night away, but we're going to be well behaved and we're going to finish our coffee and we're going to get an early night in preparation for tomorrow. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Right, good morning everyone. And it is a good morning because we got a good night's sleep and we weren't sure whether we were going to, because believe it or not, here in the UK yesterday it was over 30 degrees. So we thought it might be like sleeping in an oven, but it actually cooled down quite nicely and we got a good night's sleep. The campsite is starting to spring into life with everybody getting ready for today's activities. It's still pretty early, 8 o'clock. What are we going to do first? I think the best thing we can do is go and get some caffeine. That's number one. We're going to get some breakfast, and then once we've eaten, we're going to come back. We're going to obviously start to prepare for the race. I'm going to run you through the kit that I'm going to be using over the 24-hour duration of Endure 24. But I think the first thing we can do, let's go and get some caffeine. So we're just making our way into the event village now. Gonna have to be careful because there's music playing and we don't want to get copyrighted, but you can see the scale of it. I've got a bit of caffeine as well. Oh, we got, you know, we got Skeletor here and He-Man. You know, not random at all, but it's going to be hot running in that costume, that's for sure. But yeah, we'll take you a quick look round. Coffee hut there. We got the lighting guys, Fenix over there, Jamie giving us a wave. So that's who we're actually up here running for. So they contacted the channel, asked if we wanted to come up and run Endure 24 because they are sponsoring the event this year. So obviously I jumped at the chance because it was a great opportunity. But we've got sports massage, we've got big bobble hats, we've got Skimitter sportswear. They did our Run4Adventure technical apparel. We got maps, ice cream bands, we've got everything. But you can see the scale. This is just the event village. We've got a huge catering extreme cafe which is pretty much open for food the whole 24-hour period. We got a big bar down at the end serving Heineken, funnily enough, because the event is sponsored by Heineken. We've got yoga going on in the bottom tent, deck chairs, fire pit. Did I mention the ice cream van? There is something here for everyone. There is the starting line that we're going to be lining up at 12 o'clock. We've got about 2.5 hours to go till start, so best thing we can do is go back, get our kit sorted out, get ready to get running. And then, like I said, we'll just go through some of the kit that I'm going to be using for the 24-hour period. But I hope this does the event some justice and shows you the scale of it. Like I said, as far as I can see, we've got tents, we've got camper vans. And I have heard, I think there's about 4,000 runners taking part in the solo event, but you can also do it as a teamed event. So I think we're going to see lots of team runners tearing off at the start, lots of guys wearing cool fancy dress outfits. That should keep us entertained while we're out there for 24 hours. But yeah, so far so good. Loving the event, incredibly well organised, and it's going to be a fun 24 hours, but let's get back to the adventure. So we have got an hour and a half to go until the start of ENDURE24. I'm glad to say it has clouded over a little bit, and the forecast does say we might get the odd shower, but it's definitely cooler than this morning. It was stifling hot this morning. I was a little bit worried. So we're just going to run through the kit. So the first thing, mandatory kit list is we've got to have running kit and trainers, obviously. You know, I wasn't going to run naked. We need a reusable cup, sun cream, waterproof jacket, fully charged mobile phone, 750 mils of water. We need a head torch with batteries, and we need to have that on our head at 8 PM. Cash or credit card, and our favourite running snack. So first thing, shoes on our feet. We're going to start in the new Saucony Exodus Ultra. It's going to be their first run, so don't worry, I'm probably not going to do the whole 24-hour period in them, but we might get a couple of laps in the shoe first. I've got lots of other shoes with me to change into, so it's not a problem. Carrying all our kit, we're going to use Salomon's new Advanced Skin 12 set. Recently tested the pack on the channel, so if you haven't seen that review, I'll leave a link in the description. Really like the pack, super comfy, really functional with all that accessible storage. We're going to also carry a first aid kit and a survival bag, because you never know when they're going to be needed, so I always pop them in even if they're not on the mandatory kit list. Salomon collapsible cup. As far as kit, we're going to obviously be rocking Sace guys short sleeve tee and their nice sort of fitted short tight, really comfortable, great for running distance. And we're also going to be using their Element waterproof jacket, nice and lightweight, packs down really small in my pack. When it comes down to nutrition, big shout out to Morton, because they hooked us up with nutrition for this race. So we're going to be using their gels, the non-caffeinated gels, and their 160 drink mix in my water, but also they sent me a box of their new solids. So they do a bar now, so going to be really interested to test them out en route and see how they go. So last but not least, obviously it's a 24-hour event, so we're going to be doing lots of running at night. Head torch of choice is the HM65 RT from Fenix. Brilliant head torch, long battery life. So, you know, it's summertime, it should do the whole nighttime section on one charge, and I'm not going to have to faff around with batteries. But I have got another one of their head torches as backup just in case. So yep, so that pretty much is the kit that I'm going to be using for the race. So like I said, we've got an hour and a half to go to the start, so we're going to get changed, get ready, so we've got plenty of time so that we can chill out, have a bit of a relax. Going to get the massage gun out, loosen the legs off, and then we'll be ready for that 12 o'clock start. Really looking forward to the event, really looking forward to the 24 hours ahead of us. I don't really know how it's going to go. We're going to kind of make it up as we go along, but let's see how this goes. We'll get ready, and then we're going to get to the start line. So we're just heading towards the start line. We've got, what, 20 minutes to go, but I just thought we'd come and have a quick chat with Jamie. So this is the man responsible for putting me here on the start line.
Well, you've got to run it, so it's good.
So Jamie obviously works right now. How do you pronounce the brand?
Fenix.
Fenix, right. So, okay, I take it all back. The guys in the comments who said I was pronouncing it wrong are correct. I was, because I've always pronounced it Fenix. So Fenix, so Jamie works for Fenix. He hooked me up with the entry. Obviously, I'll be running with my head torch of choice, the HM65 RT, but there was a torch we had here the other night that I might use as a substitute. So it's this bad boy. Look at that. What a beast. That's 1,800 lumens.
18,000.
18,000 lumens. And we were lighting up the tree where you can almost light them up in the daylight. It is an absolute beast. So if I do struggle with my head torch, I can always grab that thing and I'm sure it's going to light up the way. But you're also running, John.
I am indeed.
Yeah.
So after I finish here, I'm going to get some night laps in, so I might see you out of course.
Yeah, hopefully we can hook up for a few steady laps though.
Steady. Well,
yeah,
I've got my 100 miler next month, so.
Oh well, perfect. So we can have, you know, a nice little jog out, walk the hills, have a chat, maybe.
It'll be all good. Well,
awesome,
good luck today, mate.
Yeah.
Nice to see you
I hope
again.
the rest of the day goes well.
Well done.
And thanks for everything. Thanks for the support. Cheers, guys. Look at all these people. We are past the point of no return. We are into the starting funnel, so there's no going back for now. So we're going to be out there for 24 hours. So we'll try and get down to the front. We'll try and get down to the front of the start and watch everybody tear off. Hello, mate. I didn't even bump into each other.
I came round.
How you doing?
Came round to see your van a couple of times. All quiet. Yeah,
this man is a huge supporter of the channel and a proper OG supporter. Really appreciate it.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, have a great day.
You're doing solo, aren't you?
Solo, yeah.
And how are the injuries?
Oh, all right. Semi under control.
We're both kind of in the same boat. We've both been injured and we're struggling with injuries, and we're both hopefully back. You're doing some good mileage, aren't you?
Oh yeah, semi okay, you know, for an old fella.
Yeah, you're doing all right. Well, have a great run.
Yeah, you too.
Sure
Okay, see you around.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. We have got 20 seconds to go, I think, or nearly 10 seconds to go before the start of Endure24. 4,000 runners here. Here's the countdown. Let's see what the next 24 hours begins. It's going to be interesting out there, but definitely going to have a lot of support out of the course. We're off! 24 hours of fun and games
is away.
in Reading. These crowds are it's bigger. What an amazing event. Nice and steady though, let's not get carried away. We've got a plan and we're going to stick to that plan. So yeah, what an awesome, so good to be back at a big event. No social distancing, no face masks, so good. And let's see what this route has in for us, because I have no idea what the terrain's like, how flat it is, but look at this support, amazing. We got flares going off up ahead. Now, apart from choking on the flares, they look pretty cool. But now this is what you call a start. Look at the support, amazing. Like I mentioned before, we're in Waysin Park in Reading. The loop is 8 kilometres in length.
Right,
like I said, I have no idea what the train's going to be like.
Cheers, Dave.
But we're definitely going to have a lot of support all the way around, that's for sure. And you can't beat a bit of support for a big lift of energy. But let's get around this first lap and see what happens. So we just crossed the start line, going out for our second loop. All the relay teams are handing over to their next runner. Thanks, mate. But yeah, first loop in, what, 43 minutes, so way too quick, ridiculous, but you know, got caught up in all the excitement. You'll be glad to see I'm being sensible, and we're walking up the hill, taking it nice and easy. After running that first loop way too quick, we're going to be sensible on this one, and we'll try and show you the sights, because it is beautiful. There's a lovely little sort of boating lake to run round, and it really does remind me of ENDURE24 that we used to run, just a little bit longer, but yeah, stunning route. The main checkpoint halfway round. We got drink stations, we got, look, guys even spraying you with water. I mean, come on, how about that? We are really getting looked after today. Woo! Yeah, awesome checkpoint. Cheers guys, thank you very much.
Great job, mate, looking strong.
Cheers, mate. Oh, and we got some snacks on the way out as well, look at this. Hey, we're just spoiling it. A few Haribos to keep us going. Here come the speedy team runners, and they're off.
See, that's the happy
Right,
bit.
guys.
There we go, it happens.
And we're back out. The infamous Heartbreak Hill. It feels pretty good with 30 miles in my legs, but maybe it will break my heart later on in the event, but it's not too bad. I've gone up steeper hills. This one's all right. We are heading into the event village for, I think it's the 4th time. We've done 14.2 miles and we are sticking to the plan. So nice and steady, super easy effort, keeping that heart rate low. Obviously taking in lots of fluid because it might be overcast, but it's still quite muggy out here. Oh, Liga's here with the camera. I'll give her a big kiss. You all right? I'll see you in a minute. Right. Yeah, good. And the plan is we're going to kind of stop every sort of half marathon distance. We're going to have a stretch, have a roll, get the massage gun, fill up any bottles that need to be filled up, taking some calories. And we're going to continue to do that through the 24-hour period, hopefully, because, you know, this is a test. It's a test of body and mind, keep moving for 24 hours, and to try and get through it in one piece. So we're gonna have to look after ourselves so that we can make it through. But yeah, back in the old event village and still moving well. Imogen follows the channel and she has been cheering me round every single loop. And look, she's got Jaffa cakes. Thanks, Imogen, and thanks for supporting the channel. Yeah, and well done on your run yesterday.
Be lucky your tenner.
Thank you very much, guys. How cool is that, man, to come to events like this and see a young girl like that who follows the channel and has been inspired to run because of the channel. Blows my mind, man. Makes my day, that's for sure, and definitely gives me a lot of energy to get through these 24 hours.
Hey Lloyd!
Hey,
hey! How are you?
You alright? How you doing? Good guy. So, interesting fact of the run so far. I've been running for 3 hours 7 minutes. I've gone through 17.2 miles and that is the longest run of the year so far. So obviously we've got a long way to go yet, but really happy to get to 17 miles, feeling strong, feeling good, no issues. And it's just nice to be running some distance again and the body playing ball. But yeah, longest run of the year so far, so thumbs up from me. Okay, we're in the shelter of the trees and the weather's turned a bit horrible. Clouded over, the wind's picked up and it started raining, but I'm going to take this opportunity to try the new solid bar from Morton. So 60 gram bar and it's got 225 calories in it, so packed full of calories, that's for sure, and I definitely need some of them at the moment, so we're going to give it a go, see how it tastes. But yeah, 50k check-in, still going, legs are still working, 5 hours 47 minutes, we're sticking to the plan. Well, that didn't last long. Proper tasty, really nice. I think the best way I can describe it is it was like a sort of chewy Rice Krispie bar. Yeah, pretty tasty, easy to digest, quite chewy, but be interested to see if it's like taking rocket fuel like it is when you have their gels. Yeah, pretty good. We have covered 40 miles. It is 7 hours and 46 minutes, so it's coming up to 8 o'clock. We've got to have our head torches by 8 o'clock. So the route is not that technical. There's a little rooted bit, so I don't think I need a super bright head torch like the HM65 RT. So I'm going to take the smaller unit. It's a bit lighter. It's going to be plenty bright enough, and again, it'll probably last me most of the night section anyway. So I won't put it on now, but I'll stuff it in my pack, so I've got it. But yeah, 40 miles in, all good. What, do I need anything else? Bottles filled? Anything to eat? Or shall I just wait for the pizza? Can't wait for pizza o'clock. Right, I'll just go then. Let's go and do some more running. Right, well, thanks for everything. That's Liga behind the camera. I'm off. See you later, guys. Join me on my 43rd mile, and it's been a long time since I've run a looped race, and I speak to a lot of people about it, and I think when people look from the outside in, they think, oh god, loop races, how boring, how tedious, but they're actually super positive because, you know, you're out here all together. You've always got someone to chat to, someone to run with, especially here with 4,000 runners. You get to know the loop really well, when to run, when to walk, and it's just a really great atmosphere. And you get to go through the event village every 8k, which gives you a massive lift. So, you know, what I would say is try a looped event out. You might be surprised how much fun you have on it. You know, they're not as boring and as tedious as you expect them to be. Yeah, we're halfway round, and my stomach's rumbling. I'm definitely ready for a couple of slices of pizza. So let's get back to the event village and let's tuck in. Okay, this is a sad face. Pizza o'clock isn't happening. They've only gone and run out of pizzas, haven't they? We're not gonna have pizzas for another hour and a half, 2 hours. But I have got another bonus. We've got some caffeine to keep me going, and the coffee from the truck here is mega. It is brilliant coffee, and we'll have pizzas a bit later, so it doesn't really matter. As we push up the hill of no return for the 12th time under these glorious fairy lights, I'm happy to say that we have crushed 55 miles, and we're probably going to get 60 miles done just over 12 hours. So super happy with that. Still running the flats, still running the downhills, obviously walking the ups. The only problem with that is obviously I'm having this battle with two voices in my head. My competitive shoulder is saying, come on Lloyd, 12 hours for 60 miles, you can get 100 done here, push through, go for it. And then obviously on my sensible shoulder, the voice is saying, Lloyd, what are you thinking about? You came here to test your body out, a bit of a training session for TDS later in the year, and you're going to be sensible. So, like I said, I'm having this battle at the moment, but I am going to be sensible for once in my life, and the plan is that we're going to get this loop done, and then we're going to head back to the adventure bus for a bit of R&R, because I am super chuffed with the outcome so far, and the last thing I want to do is spoil it and end up with a niggle or an injury. So we're going to get back, chill out for a few hours, stretch off, a bit of a massage, and then we'll get back out on the trail. But yeah, really happy with the way things have turned out so far. Onwards and upwards. Okie dokie, that is 12 laps ticked off. So like I said, we're gonna have a rest up, gonna have a kit change, I think, which would be nice to get some fresh kit on. Gonna take shoes off for a bit. Believe it or not, I am still in the Exodus Ultra, 60.2 miles into the run, straight out of the box. Unbelievable, I've never done that before. My feet feel great. It's just my knees, my hips, my hamstrings, my calves, my shins that don't feel great. But we're hanging on in there, and you know, 60 miles in, things are gonna hurt. So like I say, we're gonna rest up for a bit, and even better, Liga is a superstar, and I have got a tasty goat's cheese pizza to finish off. I am so hungry. So stomach is definitely working well, and it'd be good to get some solid food in. But like I said, we're gonna rest up for a bit, guys. So let me climb in, and we're gonna go off air for a bit. So we'll see you guys in a few hours. Right, you can probably see behind me that the sun is just breaking through. So maybe spent a little bit too much time in the van, but it was very cozy in there. And like I said, we're not racing, we're being sensible. I got these bad boys out. I got the poles because lying there for a few hours, my legs have turned into concrete. So I think this first loop back out could be quite comical. There's going to be a lot of hobbling involved, but I suppose we've delayed it long enough. We need to get the legs moving. Oh, loosen them up a bit, and the poles should help. Right, we'll see you out on the loop. We are going up Heartbreak Hill for the first time since we stopped, and always got to be honest on the channel, that 2-hour stop kind of turned into a 4-hour stop, but never mind, you know, sometimes you have to do these things. And I think the main reason I did it, it just took that 100 miles out of the equation. So, you know, my competitive side just couldn't get away from it, and stopping for that period of time makes it impossible. So now we're just out here bimbling around, and it's bizarre. Walking uphill is actually better than running downhill. The downhills are what hurts the most. The quads are trashed, a bit painful in the old knees. We're still ticking them off, and we pushed for 100k. So that is the first time for many years that I've pushed past that kind of distance. So it is definitely being a positive test, and it really was worth coming up, you know. And clearly I've still got a bit of, you know, resilience in the old mind, but I'm gonna keep pushing till midday and see how far we can get. Just stopped for 5 minutes, 70 miles done, 19 hours and 8 minutes, having another one of the Morton bars. I didn't realise there's 2 flavours, and actually I think this one's a bit tastier. Unfortunately the coffee truck isn't open yet. I mean, come on, where are they? You know, it's not like they've been working hard. They've made so many coffees. There's been like a queue of 100 people all day, so I think they're having a bit of a lie-in this morning, but I could definitely do with a hit of caffeine. But yeah, 70 miles, we've come up with a plan. So like I say, we got what, just under 5 hours to go. We're gonna get to 80 miles, so another 2 laps can take it nice and steady. I'm still running all the flats. I'm kind of hobbling down the hills. It's pretty sore on the old quads and the calves and everything else, and just marching the ups. So if we can get to 80 miles, I will be super chuffed, you know. At the end of the day, this year my longest run has been 17 miles. So off the back of that, minimal training because of niggles and injuries. It's been a lot more consistent lately, but there still hasn't been any big volume or back-to-back runs or even long runs. So to get to 80 miles, to feel like I could push on, you know, I could push on for sure. I'm still running, still moving. My body's sore, but it's still working. So I get to 80 miles, should be able to recover a bit quicker after only 80 miles, and then I can push on, you know, in a week's time with training. And we got another race in 2 weeks, and we got other stuff to do, so we've got to be sensible. But yeah, nice to sit down for 5 minutes though. Join me going out on my last loop. I'll see you in a minute, well, not a minute, it'll probably be an hour and 20 minutes. I'll see you soon, and thanks for the coffee.
No worries.
Right, let's get out there. Let's get this last loop smashed out. But yeah, all I can say is it has been such a positive experience. Not only is the event amazing, the support, so organised, you know, epic event, but I've stuck to the plan and things have gone well. And as we go under the archway for the last time, you know, I say it's gone well, but it's going to be nice to finish. The legs are feeling it a bit now, just from the lack of training, but such a positive test, such a positive experience, such a great adventure. And it's good to know that my mind is still able to push through those tough times. And you know, when I was in the van, it was quite tempting just to stay in the van and go to sleep, but I forced myself to get out and I forced myself to run. So happy days. Right, 5 miles to go and we'll cross that finish line and we are done. Halfway checkpoint, just topped up the bottles for the last time. We're going to grab a handful of sweets for the last time, last loop.
Yeah, well done.
These guys have been awesome and the support's been amazing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Very, very helpful.
And how many miles have you done?
83.
Hooray!
Cheers guys, thank you very much. We just got this horrible steep descent that really smashes the quads to pieces, but I wanted to show you what the support is like on the route, because the marshals, the crew have been amazing, and this lady here has to win the most energised person I've ever met in the world. Woo! Thanks guys, you've been amazing. Thanks for everything. This is the sign we've all been waiting for, this 7k sign. So the route is 8k, so that means 1k to go. How cool is that? So about 500 metres on the trail, then we pop out into the event village, one loop of the event village, and then we are crossing the finish line for the last time. Oh, it's a good feeling. Right, let's get to that finish line. Let's get this done. So Ian is on his 19th lap, which is just about finished. He's got time to go out for his 20th, and it's going to be his first 100 miler.
Come on.
Yes, mate.
Come on.
Go and get it done.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Enjoy the finish. Memories forever. Well deserved, mate. Good effort.
Love it.
Daddy! Daddy! Daddy!
One more lap. One more
One more lap, baby. You've got this.
You got it, dude. Hello, baby. Love you. Right, one more.
So we just crossed the line in the background there. It's pretty loud down there, so we moved up, but ENDURE24, you have been epic. Just incredible. Enjoyed every minute of the 24 hours running on these beautiful trails. A bit hillier than I expected, but I think that's been a good thing. Get walking, change the muscle groups. But yeah, I'm happy it's all done, but it couldn't have gone any better. Really went to plan and stuck to the plan for once in my life, and funnily enough, it worked. Amazing that. I'll have to remember that one for the future. But this man is going out for his 22nd loop, crushing it. Looks as fresh as a daisy. Look here, mate.
Looks good to see.
Yeah. Well, have a great lap. Enjoy the finish, mate. And great to see you.
Yeah, you
great
too.
to see you. Take care. That's it. We step off the course for the last time. Woo! Time to sit down for a bit, taking a bit of fluid, and I am starving. In fact, I've been hungry for the whole race, which is a good thing. All right, let's have a drink and get some food. So all that is left to be said is that is ENDURE24 done. Oh, well, my head is a little bit fuzzy after the lack of sleep, and my body is a little bit stiff and sore. But considering what I've just put myself through over the last 24 hours, I actually feel really good. So this has definitely been a really positive experiment and test as we head towards the TDS in August, my goal race this year. I really have enjoyed the event. You know, we got to run 80 miles around this stunning loop in Waysing Park, and the ENDURE24 hour team have been incredible. It's so well organised, and you can see on the video the support we got as we made our way around that loop was absolutely mind-blowing. You know, them guys out there, they were cheering us around for 24 hours, and it really did help, and it really did give us a big lift, especially when we were struggling a bit. So amazing support out on the course, and it's just good to push my body and my mind over a longer distance again, because it really has been literally years and years since I've done that, and I wasn't sure whether I'd be able to do it again, so I am super happy with the results. I've also got to give a massive shout out to Jamie from Fenix UK, the lighting specialist. He hooked me up with an entry to the event, so massive thanks. It was great to meet you over the course of the weekend, mate. You had a couple of teams, I think, running in the event that ran really well, so well done, guys. Great running. What I'm going to do is I'm going to list all the gear that I used over the 24-hour period in the description below, including the brilliant Fenix running head torches. But I've also got to say a big shout out to these, because this is the new Exodus Ultra from Saucony. I put them on my feet for the first time at the start of the race. I was going to run a couple of loops and film a first impressions review, which I did, and that's up on the channel now. I'll leave a link to the description below for that as well. They just felt good, so I just kept running in them and kept them on my feet for the entire duration. So I think we've just set a new world record for first impressions reviews. This shoe straight out of the box, and I ran 80 miles in it. It felt so good, so comfortable on all the terrain, and believe it or not a blister, not a black toenail, no hot spots, nothing. 80 miles straight out of the box. So maybe this is going to be the shoe that we're using for TDS this year. Really hope you've enjoyed this third episode in our short series as we build towards my goal race, the TDS at UTMB in August. And I really hope you just enjoyed coming on this little 24-hour adventure with us. I think it proves one thing, that my training is definitely heading in the right direction, and this whole exercise has really filled me with confidence. But if you've enjoyed the video, you know what to do, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you can keep up to date with more exciting running content heading your way. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. It's really appreciated. Thanks for supporting the channel. We will see you back here very soon. But as always, stay safe and keep on running. I'd love to say that, you know, that intro that you've just watched was a one take, but unfortunately my brain is fried and I couldn't get my words out. I couldn't remember what I had to say. And I think it took me probably around 15 or 20 takes. So I think the best thing I can do is drink lots of water, and I'm going to get some sleep. Thanks for watching.